What does restructuring of our world mean? If you've listened to me for any length of time, and especially over the last several years, you would have probably heard me talk about restructuring. Or if you've read any of my Any Advice for Today messages, which I write and channel through Wilhelm, you would have heard restructuring. And I've been talking about it for more than 3 years, and now people are starting to understand what that means. Our world is changing. You happen to be alive at a time where we're moving through a tremendous change in our world. None of us knew what that was going to be or what was going to come about. We never know what we're going to encounter as we live. We come into the world and we live our lives, but then the world begins to change as well. Sometimes we don't even notice it. Many people don't notice it. There have been many world events that have gone on that people weren't paying attention. In one of my writings, I talked about what information that came through many years ago was about Hitler, that we could move through that again. Now, this was not to talk about fear, but it was talking about just to make us aware that we're having an energetic change that is happening, and it's all connected. The universe is completely connected. All the planets, everything is all connected, and we are all energy, which means that we contribute to creation of our lives. We are creating our own reality, every single person. We can deny that at times. I did that for a long time. No, I'm not doing this. It's somebody else's. That's happening to someone. No, it's us. And we do that through our thoughts. We only experience anything in our lives through our thoughts, the way that we choose to think, or our consciousness. Now, our consciousness changes as we live. As we were younger, we didn't have much awareness or consciousness. Then we do things that bring that into view. But then we have to start to own it. We have to start to believe it. A lot of us don't do that because of other things, because of generational programming, which is what the entire world is moving through right now. But every person is alive to contribute in some way, and we have to honor what that is. I'm a mystic. I'm a sage. I'm an intuitive. So I've been doing work like this for a long time. But I wasn't always talking about it, and I wasn't owning it. I was doing the work. But I couldn't talk about it fully to a lot of people because I thought they're not going to understand, which is why I shared a writing today where I said you might accept this message because it was given to me in 2020 when things started to begin. I knew that the world was going to be changing many years before because I energetically feel these things, and that's why I will shift my life in that direction, which is why I created my program. What happened in 2021, and many of you know this story, I was told that I had the information that would help us move through this period because I've been doing it for so long. There are many people alive who have a different sense of awareness. You can find many of them and are doing work to help people embody who they are, to help up-level the energy of the planet, because that's how things are going to change. And I was one of those people. That's the work that I had because I moved through everything in my life. I've moved through anything that someone might experience as being a challenge or being difficult or being a hardship, all of that. I've been doing it my entire life, from the time I was born, basically. So I had to mentally, cognitively change everything in my experience to be able to move through everything that I've done. I've created everything that way as well. But now it's a bit different. So I'm shifting my focus entirely to doing the work that I came to do, which is helping others become who they're supposed to be. That's exactly what my work does. And if you've looked at any of it, you will see that that's what people have said. But it's more important now for more people to do that. If we don't change who we are, and that's every single person, if we don't look at where we've been judging ourselves, where we've been holding ourselves back, where we've been not believing what we're feeling intuitively, why is it that everybody says, oh, I wish I had trusted my intuition? Because we don't. And it's a practice that we have to develop, and it is also a cognitive practice that we understand now through neuroscience. But everyone is here now to bring something to the world that could cause the world to become better and your life as well. Now, specifically, let me tell you what I was told, and if you go back to any of my old Wilhelm recordings or sessions, you'll hear this information. Because of what I've lived, I was able to and many people, not just me, and many people have done it. They just do it in different ways. My way was writing everything down. When you hear about a morning routine, that's what I did for 30, almost 40 years now. That's what I've done. And so I have a wealth of information. And the thing that I'm doing now is putting that together in a way that it can help anyone. It's all in the program. It's actually, and I'm doing a book as well, because that's going to really help everyone understand these changes that we all move through, because we have individual evolutionary journeys that we're on. Our journey is unique. Nobody has one exactly like us, and that's probably more of the problem, because we compare ourselves to other people, then we can't figure out our importance. Every single person alive has the same level, the same importance in the world. There's no difference. The only difference is what we think. And so if we don't change, because this is a progression again, a progression of changing your thinking to open your consciousness, your awareness, so that you can accept your genius. Every single person has it. There's no one who doesn't have that. It's just that they may not have developed the ability to accept it. It is a day-by-day process. I've been doing it for a long time, so I've seen it, so I know. But mine is very specific. The only work that I'm doing is guiding people to owning who they are, so they can thrive, so they can become successful, they can have all the money they want, the love, all of that. And to do that, you have to work through all your old stuff. That's all. You just have to work through your old stuff. Some of it you've created this lifetime, some of it you brought in, some of it you picked up from your parents, your families, whoever was training you or programming you. But this is the time where globally we're supposed to move beyond those barriers and start to own who we are. So I hope you come to my Wilhelm channelings, and you'll see that I'm doing another one tomorrow, whenever you might happen to see this, but you can always register for when I happen to do them. I only do them when I'm guided, when it's something important. And tomorrow is this full moon in Virgo, which is powerful, and a lot of changes will happen, and everything will be different then. So I just wanted to give you a little idea of what is happening in our world, because people are a little freaked out. Is everything falling apart? It's only falling apart if we decide that we're not going to become who we're meant to be. That's all. All right. See you guys soon.